Look, don't treat religion as a load of rubbish just because there's such a variety, and it's true. It's an incredible mix, and where's the consistency and all the rest of it? But it's like rich, fertile ground from which you can grow and assemble that which you truly need. It's the resource, the food, the supply that can be used as building blocks to your personal wisdom, who you are. You know, I as you probably realise by now, deliberately opened my mind. Well, I started secular, and then I was humanist and academic, and so science-based, although it's human sciences, which are more like art subjects. They're not quite sure what to classify them as. They weren't anyway. They now classify them as science because it probably gives them the right status in the world. But religion is a huge resource that you can delve into and find nourishment and inspiration, and from it assemble who you are, and who you are can be towards life eternal. Wisdom and understanding. It's just there, you know, whether it's Bhagavad Gita, John's Gospel, Psalms, or if it's the writing of outstandingly astonishing people like Paramahansa, or Kriyananda too. But of every religion, it's got its own mix, its own flavour, but its own worth and insight. And you can value and appreciate it and sympathise with its own view from its own point of view, even though you're not sold on it particularly. You're just fascinated by it. How it is different, or how it's the same, how it answers some questions, how it creates problems compared to other views, both within its own sphere of understanding and outside of it, in all the other religions and views and philosophies in the world. And you find together there's this fantastic resource, nourishment. It's more like a compost in a way. It's not useful in the condition and form it's in. It has all sorts of problems. Every religion does, every philosophy does. But it's nourishment for the way you wish to go, who you are, given your values and your time, your position in life, your experience. And it feeds the mind such that you can build your very self. That's the value of religions, plural, and even singular, except that if it's singular you get trapped in also the problems, conundrums, contradictions, and dead ends that every religion also has, every philosophy. You find existentialists who commit suicide or something or go mad, and religious people that are so strange, they're mad in a different way, perhaps. Not actually good examples of what you want, what you are, what you wish to be, and what you value. But they're all examples of different ways. And that's what's not just fascinating, but incredibly instructive. For you're here in the world of good and evil, that you might know and distinguish between that which is beneficial and that which is not, that which brings life and that which does not, and actually destroys life. And religion opens our eyes to some degree. Each religious view opens our eyes in some ways. Very instructive. We're in the world for a very good reason. Enjoy. Involve. Experience it for all it's worth. You may become simply wonderful by the grace of God. Your God, our God, the God. That's our hope, isn't it? That there be a unity, a mutual blessing to all, life eternal, in the host of heaven, with a simply wonderful God as our Dad. That's the Jesus view, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you, Dad. As you possibly know, I've been astonished at the incredible value of something like John's Gospel, John 17, or the Bhagavad Gita, or as I've said in just, what above these recordings just here, even Psalm 119, which you would have thought is going to be dry as ditch water, is just, it strikes you as a dead letter when you first come across it, but it's not. Every line actually helps you. A point that I think of Jesus saying, "Blessed are the pure in heart in the Beatitudes, for they shall see God." And he's got that in was it the opening verse? Not opening verse, but early on in 119. It is even included, isn't it, that the love of God is central. Keep thy ways. That's Jesus, isn't it? At least it reminds me of such. In the way. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And you think, there's more to this than meets the eye. It's not just a fantastic number-structured discourse. It's of words, and the words have ultimate meaning, profound, for life eternal. And as I argued above, just in these recordings, it's to help the ego blossom into adulthood that will embrace the glory of God and all creation. Thank you, Dad. So how's that? This is an example of the correspondence principle. You take the bits, the dissembled parts of all these religions and philosophies and views, and you assemble them according to who you are, and you grow accordingly, the lotus flower out of the mud. Something beautiful for God, for you, for all. From this compost of religions and views and attempts by all mankind to solve and understand life and bring joy and happiness, life eternal. And in their way, they're all attempts to do this, even what we call cold secular science, even what we call politics and sociology and economics and business. They're attempts by man to solve and understand life and bring prosperity and goodness and value. And so the correspondence principle is, just as you see a plant grows from mud, the lotus, beautiful flower, so you grow into life eternal, fullness of life and beauty and all blessing from this amazing mix of stuff here in this universe. And that's why you have the privilege of being here, to bless you accordingly, that you may grow into life eternal. Bless you. And given who the gardener is, you can't lose. God is your dad, and you're his child. Bless you. And you are blessed. Thank you, Dad.